The fusions have always been a means to an end, meaning they're used when everything else fails, when everyone loses, then they use the fusion. We saw that against Broly in the movie. They used the fusion dance when everything else didn't work. It has always been a means to an end. But the thing about them in Dragon Ball Z, they weren't explained that much, especially the Butaro earrings fusion. When Goku and Vegeta fused to become Vegito, they were told the ones that fuse with the Butaro earrings never diffuse. They never said anything back then about a time limit or a power limit, but in their fight against Buu, they diffused. We waited till Dragon Ball Super has came. Then it was explained the Butaro earrings done by mortals last for half an hour, and the more power that you have, the less time you will get. But what if that wasn't the case? What if what they said first in Dragon Ball Z was true? That the ones that used the Butaro earrings to fuse never diffused? What if back then, after they defeated Buu, Goku and Vegeta stayed fused? How will the future be, and how will the meeting with Beerus go about? This is the story beyond Dragon Ball, which tells the events of a world where Vegito never diffused. Then Beerus came to Earth looking for the Saiyan God. This story tells an alternate timeline of those events. This is a fan-made manga, it's not canon. And with that, our story begins. We begin with explaining what's going on. Earth has met many foes, but Goku and his friends always were able to defeat them. Until Majin Buu came. He absorbed a lot of warriors back then. As their last trump card, Goku and Vegeta decided to fuse, creating the most powerful warrior that we ever seen. With that, he saved his friends, and at the end, he has beaten Buu. Once again, peace was reestablished on Earth. Now we see the events after Buu. We see a bank robber, which Vegito comes and easily beats the robbers, since they are unearthlings after all. Even that he saved people at the scene, they're just scared of him, and he even sees that. He's different than everyone else, that's why. As he flies away, we go to the capsule corpse. Bulma asks Trunks if he has seen his father. He says, not for a long time. When she told Trunks that, she didn't mean Vegeta himself. At this timeline, you have to keep in mind, a lot of time has passed. She's asking about Vegito, and from what Trunks says, it seems that he didn't accept what happened. He doesn't consider Vegito as his father. Vegito arrives there. Bulma has done some works to the gravity chamber. Now it has 3,000 times the gravity, which pleases Vegito. Even though they are fused, they still have the same characteristics as Goku and Vegeta before. The drive to train and becoming stronger. We see them training. They're trying to go beyond their limits. Even though now Earth is at peace, as everyone hoped it would be, they don't care. They wanna get stronger. And if you didn't know, the fusion isn't just the power of Goku and Vegeta combined. It's the power of the two times 10. So they are a lot stronger than before. When he finishes, he remembers something. He teleports to Chi-Chi. As he gets there, she tells him to go to the farm and work. And actually, he goes and does that. Vegito has two families. We see him trying to balance his life between training Goku's family and Vegeta's family. Even though the fusion gave them power, still had major issues on their life, and that they need to balance the lives of two individuals in one. As Vegito's talking to Goten, he says that he's planning to go to King Kai's. As he says that, Mr. Satan gets there. Those events with Mr. Satan are the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. At Gohan's place, Gohan and Piccolo are training. Now Gohan isn't like his old self, the one that we saw him in Dragon Ball Super who never trained. This time he's different, but why? Even Videl asks him, if you're worried about the land, about Earth, they have the strongest warrior, Vegito. She doesn't understand why Gohan is training this much, and he says that him being the strongest is what worries him. He isn't his father, he isn't Goku, nor Vegeta. So how can they trust him? He's been here for years. He's trying his best to fit in. This is exactly what I was thinking. We only saw the fusion for half an hour in the anime. wasn't that much. They weren't fused for weeks or months or years. And if that happens, how will that affect their mind? The more they fuse, the more they become one, and they develop a new character for the new body. That's also what worries me about this Vegito. On a different planet we see Beerus. He's awake and also back at his job, destroying planets. He tells about his rival that would appear, a Super Saiyan God. This is the time that Beerus will know about Saiyans on Earth. But back at the Capsule Corp, as Bomb is waking up, she goes and sees Vegito. He's worried about something. He feels strange energy that is stronger than before. He's worried about that. She tells him to be quiet, he will protect them. But he replies with, no, it's not that. He doesn't think that this is something that he can stop. What energy is he referring to? Is it the energy of him, or he's sensing something? What I think is he feels energy in himself. Energy that he can't stop. Something that's making him different. The thing that Gohan talked about. He can't sense Beerus or Whis. The energy that he's talking about is something that he can sense. It's not a god. It's something inside him. Back on Beerus' planet, he meets with the Oracle Fish. She tells him that the prophecy was about a Super Saiyan God. Beerus had planet Vegeta destroyed, but there are Saiyans that are alive now. One of them is on the planet of the North Kai. Whis tells him that this one is more than meets the eye. It's the union of Prince Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, and Goku, the Saiyan who defeated Frieza. They decide to go there. On the North Sky planet, Vegito is there. He's asking if he knows about any threats nearby or enemies that he can fight. He tells him that no, there isn't. Thanks to Vegito, the universe is at peace. Vegito tells him that the others should train, even though there isn't any threats, in case danger approaches, which is something weird for him to say. They are training, actually. The North Kai tells him that there aren't any threats coming to Earth or any enemies, but even with that, he wants him to train. I think Vegito knows that somehow he might be the threat to Earth and the universe one day. That's why he wants them to train. Because if the day comes and he becomes the enemy, they will stop him. He wants to train on the North Kai's planet, as he gives him weights that are supposed to be heavy for him. He lifts them with ease. This is because they are fused. It's not just Goku that the North Kai was used to. With that, he gets contact by Elder Kai and Supreme Kai, which tell him about Beerus. He shouldn't meet Vegito. So Vegito asks what's happening, what's wrong. It's nothing, he says. So who are those guys standing there? It's Beerus and Whis. North Kai tells him to leave him alone. He's the strongest god in the whole universe. Vegito says the strongest god. Then at the background we see King Vegeta. Since this is the conscience of Goku and Vegeta, he knows what Beerus did. That's why he got that flashback. What business does the strongest god have here? Whis says that the reason that they came was for this Saiyan. He asks him about a Super Saiyan God, which Vegito doesn't know about. Now, they don't know anything about a Super Saiyan God. So he wants to go to Earth, which Vegito can't allow him to do. Stop right there. Maybe there's no Super Saiyan God here, but you've got something better than that. As he takes his fighting stand, he won't hold back. He charges at him and the fight starts between them. But Vegito can't land a single attack on Beerus. He blocks them all and evades them. Then he stops and powers up more, then goes at Beerus once more. He teleports behind him. Now he's a Super Saiyan. He punches him. This attack lands. Then fires a key blast at him. Those attacks land. As the explosion happens, this should be enough. It's not enough. Beerus doesn't even have a scratch on him. So Vegito acknowledges his power. He's gonna go at him with everything that he's got. As the fight starts once more, Vegito now is trying with everything that he's got. He can't land a single punch. Beerus just blocks them all. He tries to attack him, but then Beerus vanishes. He's behind Vegito. Even Whis smiles. This might be the end. But Vegito dodges it. Even Beerus didn't think that will happen. He didn't think that he will be pushed this far. He's fighting the strongest and he's not even using his full power. He thought that Super Saiyan alone would be enough. With that, he's gonna try Super Saiyan 2. As he powers up, even Supreme Kai says that he might make it. He might win against Beerus. He launches fast at Beerus and kicks him right on his head, sending him up he acknowledges the attack. Then he goes at him once more. Beerus dodges an attack, but Vegito teleports up. Underestimating me is a big mistake. Vegito launches him at King Kai's planet, then uses the Big Bang. As he fires it, it goes straight at Beerus. The explosion breaks the planet into pieces. That's all it took. Unfortunately, even the strongest god couldn't survive that attack. He hears Beerus' voice. He says that his power goes beyond the limits of your imagination. Beerus acknowledges him and says he's pretty good for a mortal. Unfortunately, they're done now. As Vegito tries again to attack him, he says, I said it's over. He punches him just once on the stomach, which renders Vegito in pain. His Super Saiyan form is gone. He falls down onto the planet. They're done here. Even though they're the power of Goku and Vegeta combined times 10, even then they couldn't defeat Beerus. Beerus leaves North Sky planet. He goes straight to Earth. With that concludes the story this far of Beerus' meeting with Vegito. This was beyond Dragon Ball. Vegito was different. He actually thought that he would win. Vegito doing that shows his new character, the character of this Saiyan that developed over the years. And this is what Beyond Dragon Ball showed us. This was the story of the time that Beerus has met Vegito. Thank you for watching, and saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.